Take me by the hand and lead me carefully. Show me that you love me, girl, and I will never leave. Destiny.
And I've got easy moving services from Temecula, California, out here. And this is a crew. You guys all work together. Do you guys work together every day?
Mostly.
How long have you guys been working together?
I've been working with him about 2 years, and with him about 6 months.
Okay.
Me and Jessie worked probably the whole winter together, and what, about 2 years, year and a half we've been working with us? Yeah.
Okay. And you two are brothers.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see the resemblance. So when we look at astrology, we look at what was going on up in the sky the moment you guys were born. So my idea today is to try to prove to you guys that there's something to it, that the stars actually, you know, have something to do with who we are. And so first of all, when I look at a chart, I look at 5 different planets. You guys are all familiar with the Sun, the Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and Jupiter. Okay? And it's kind of like that. Those are called your personal planets. So they're the fastest moving, and they affect us the most. So first of all, we are going to talk to Stephen a little bit. Now, I'm wondering if you guys can agree. You guys can agree with me that Stephen might get a little spaced out sometimes.
Yeah.
Is it hard to keep his attention into what's going on?
Yes.
Now, is Stephen the one that loses everything? You probably go around in circles wondering, where the heck did you just put that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it feel like sometimes you're just like, I just had it here?
Exactly. Yeah.
Have you ever said there was a gremlin in your house?
Yeah. It's a little not me monster.
Yes. Okay. So we're gonna leave things at that a minute. I'm gonna explain to you in a minute why that's true. Now we're gonna talk to Keith. Dun, dun, dun. Now see this serious face that Keith's got? I love this. Okay. He's the one that'll tell you the truth. What's up?
Typically, kind of.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Pretty direct. He's gonna tell you the truth.
When he tells you something, yeah.
Exactly. But he already knows what's going on. This guy's actually one of the smartest ones in the group.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You would be called like an eagle eye. You're somebody that's able to penetrate any situation and know what's going on before anybody else knows what's going on. That's why he's so quiet, because even though he appears to be quiet, his ability to pick up on what's going on is very, very powerful. So if you guys were ever out lost in the woods, you want to have him with you, okay? Because he's going to remember the tree that you passed that, you know, got you off track. He's got that kind of eye. Okay? Now, Jessie, you are a money man. And you have a very strong and clear understanding of money. That having that security is very important. You are a Capricorn, right? Yeah. And Capricorn is an earth sign. And it's the #1 money makers. Okay, so you like that. That's a good thing. You'll take that. All right. You also have a moon in Leo. Okay, so your moon sign is very important. It's almost more powerful than your sun sign, because it's like where the moon was, it takes 2 days to shift between each sign. So it's very powerful. So when you're born, everybody wants to know, where's the moon at? Because it was born in Leo, which is ruled by the sun, you have a star position in life. You're always going to tend to get right up on stage or right in front of people. It's natural for you, and if you're in a group, you will be the one that's got the smile on your face and shaking hands and, you know, pretty soon leading the whole group. Very strong leadership qualities between the Capricorn and the Leo. Okay? You will find yourself in the spotlight. What you do in life, you'll just automatically gravitate toward it. So that's, you know, it's Leos have a very strong confidence about themselves, and the Capricorn has a very strong, ambitious sign. So you put those two together, and that's a nice combination. Okay, so we're going to do that for you. Help you guys learn how to use these abilities. Now, Ethan is an Aries. Okay, so if you guys know anything about the Aries, and I just have to tell you all have a little bit of Aries in your chart. What will happen when you connect with different people, whether it's your family, whether it's your friends, and I can look at a group chart and see what attracts you to each other. What is like, it's like a thread of planets that go through all of your chart that's similar. And you will be attracted to people that have some of the same stuff that you have. Sometimes you're going to be attracted to people that have the opposite energies, because we need that. We're missing something. So a lot of times you'll be attracted to the opposite sign as well. So for example, Ethan, you are an Aries, okay, and the opposite sign of that is Libra, okay. The Aries is the warrior, all right. The Aries is out for themselves, okay. They've got me on the top of it. It's innate in them. They can't change it. They're thinking about themselves. But it's a fire sign. So it's that like impulsive, let's get it done, motivating coach type person. They tend to take coaching positions, okay? But Ethan we're going to look at our rising signs, okay? That is where the sun was rising when you were born. And that is the time that you were born actually sets your life path. Okay, so there's three. Ethan has a Virgo rising. Okay, now if you know anything about the Zodiac, Virgos are kind of the nitpicky perfectionists. Everything has to be a certain way. And they tend to see things in step by step by step by step, and they can get very, very obsessed with it. Okay. Now you have the energy I was saying earlier that's more of an eagle eye. So you spot situations, but it's not as obsessive perfectionistic. You just kind of lay back and know what's going on. But the Virgo, because it's ruled by Mercury, has to tell everybody. You got to. I'm sure when you guys are out there and you put all the boxes in the back, is Ethan not the one to come back? Well, you can't put that there. You got to put this here, and you got to have that there.
Yeah. Don't put that nightstand there. Put that nightstand there.
So the two energies, and we'll add a third one in here, but the two energy Ethan has is the warrior. Watch out. It's kind of the Aries is like, it's one of those people, it's like, I'm going. So either get on, get off, or get out of the way. They're very driven. It's the ram. They're always looking to go forward. But then there's the perfectionistic side. So those are the two issues that you can deal with Ethan, okay? But the Virgo rising makes one of the #1 entrepreneurs and money making on the type of business that you guys are in. So if you want to be a part of a good business, you want somebody with that Virgo energy, because he's going to think of all the crazy details that everyone else isn't thinking about. And ultimately, that's what's going to, those are the details that make you better than everybody else. Let's just face it. It might seem overdone, but that's how his mind works. He works in those little details. Okay? All right. So now we're going to go back to Stephen. Okay. Now, Stephen, you have something that's very rare, okay, in your chart. And I actually have this too. That's why I know it's so rare. You have a Pisces rising and a Pisces moon. Okay? That's two planets in very powerful parts of your chart. It's stronger than the Aries in you. You are also an Aries. Okay? So Ethan's an Aries and you're an Aries. Okay? So you share that similar, let's get it done. Come on, let's go. You're probably one, if he wanted to go jump out of a plane, you'd probably go, let's do it.
You have to race with him first.
Okay, that's that Aries, and they get in trouble a lot. And Aries hurt their heads a lot. Okay? Have you ever had head injuries growing up as a kid? Right here above the neck, have you had scars? Anything? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They knock their teeth out,
My teeth are all fake.
Yeah, yeah. It's because that rules the head.
Yep.
Okay? Capricorn rules the knees and the ankles. So as you go about in life, you may have, break your ankles or your knees. Have you broken an ankle? Scar around your knee.
I haven't broken a bone though, so.
Okay, good. But that, as you get older, you want to keep your knees and stuff in good shape.
Well, the hockey doesn't help with getting slap-shotted by his brother every day.
And, hold on a minute. Let me see where. Oh, Keith, you have an Aries rising as well. This is really interesting. So an Aries rising is as powerful as being like an Aries, okay? Because remember, we're multi-complicated. We're not just one kind of personality. We have a lot of different things going on. But the three most important parts of your personality that I'm looking at tonight is the rising sign, the sun sign, and the moon sign, okay? So for you, you have an Aries rising, all right? So you've got that impulsive side too, all right? But you have a sun in Gemini, okay? And you have a moon in Scorpio. The sun in Gemini has a hard time with the moon in Scorpio because the sun in Gemini wants to talk all the time. Okay? They're busy minded. Their mind goes 100 miles an hour. Okay? But the moon in Scorpio wants you to keep it to yourself and not say it. But the inside of you is going 100 miles an hour like, I have so much I could say. But for it to come out, it's a difficult challenge for you. That will be something you work on throughout your whole life. Okay. You have Mercury and Venus in Taurus. That is an excellent money energy. Okay. So as you continue on, you two right here, you're going to see money throughout your life. Okay. You'll have ups and downs, but if you stay on it, you guys will do pretty well. Okay, you've got strong money planets in your chart. Okay, and I'm going to go back to you on the Pisces rising moon. Don't think I forgot about you. How did I get over here? I don't know. But I wanted to tell you that the moon in Scorpio in you, if you can tap into that, you would make an excellent researcher. Okay, or you would tend to like more mysteries, type of films that would have investigations. You find yourself liking those kind of shows, yeah. CIA and CSI and all that. Okay, that's kind of more that. It's a little darker, all right. But I don't want you to feel bad about it because, like they've already said, if he talks. But let me just tell you, when he talks, you guys should listen. Okay, he's one of those wise old souls. All right. Right now, you guys are really young and you're learning to use this gift, but you're very, very intuitive. And if we looked if we even use the word psychic, okay, you are going to be the one that has dreams. So are you. Okay, these are water signs. All right. So a water sign are the most intuitive. Okay. So let's go back over to you. So Pisces, having a Pisces rising and a Pisces moon. Okay. Pisces is the 12th sign of the Zodiac. It is one of the most, along with the Scorpio, intuitive signs. The gift that you have is actually a gift for healing. Okay. As you develop, as you get older, you're going to have a type of knowing. You're going to have a type of ability that knows what happens before what happens. You're going to feel it, and it could happen up to an hour before something happens, or you're going to think of somebody, and 15 minutes later the phone's going to ring.
Shit happens all the time.
Right?
Like about to text Ethan and he calls, or like my sisters or something.
You're tapped into what they call the sixth dimension. It's a very spiritual sign. You're actually very tapped into spiritual things. You may not have developed that yet, but you probably always deep inside kind of had this real like, yeah, there's a God, there's something, because it's.
My dad just asked her.
Okay, you have a calling, absolutely. This is the double influence of Pisces, the most spiritual energy, the most connected to God, the most ability to. If you were to read the Bible, it gives me chills just talking to you, seriously. If you were to read the Bible, you would have understanding beyond your years. If you just give yourself a chance, it would just come alive to you. you would have an intuitive way of connecting to an audience that would be so powerful. And being that you are an Aries, okay, you're the warrior as well. The Pisces wants to hide a little bit. You're going to be the one that likes to get in the ocean, get near the water, go be alone. You need those times to go hang out, be alone. That's what I call the swan pond. You got to keep your energy clear around you, because if you allow other people's negative stuff to, you're going to become them. You are a mirror. You're like almost a crystal ball. Okay, no, it sounds like you're a mirror. And you have to be careful, because the type of energy is it's ruled by Neptune, and it's watery, and you would just mold into whatever energy is around. People will be attracted to you from very, the lowest places of life. If you're sitting in a room and a homeless person walks into the room, they're going to be sitting next to you, and you're going to be talking to them like this within an hour.
Yeah.
And you'll be fascinated, and you'll know, and you'll be like, dude, you could have been so much more. You know, you see people for what they can be. Okay, so you have to learn how to use that gift. And okay, hold on. I'm gonna say one more thing about him, and I'm coming back to you guys. This is your year, starting July 17th. You are having your Jupiter return. Jupiter is moving into Leo. It's a big 1-year transit, okay? And I'm going to tell you guys how it's going to affect all of you. Jupiter is moving into Leo July 17th, and you have Jupiter in Leo. It's conjunct in your chart, so this is what's called your Jupiter return. Again, only happens once every 12 years, so you're young. What happens this year is going to set the pace for the next 12 years of your life. Tons of good stuff, freaking opportunities. If you are called to a higher calling, this year may be the year that you really get that, and doors open for you to begin to study and do what you got to do to be what you're called to be. Yeah. Your dad will love me for that. You need to go to Bible school. This is the year, okay? Yeah, you got this. You got this, and you've got Venus and Taurus. You've got a good money planet too, okay? You're ruled, but you have a lot of moon influence, so you're going to need to watch where the moon is, because as the moon changes every 2 days, you're going to feel it more than anybody else. Have you ever had where, like, some days you just feel great, and then the next days you guys can't even get him to, focus at all? What's wrong with you, dude? Where'd you go? Do you have that going on? A couple days down, a couple days up, because it's the moon cycle. Okay. So don't worry about it. Just learn just blame it on the moon. Just blame it on the moon. Okay. Let's go. Oh, okay, Keith. Okay. Keith. You have been in your Jupiter return this year. It started last year, July of 2013, and it's ending. It's only lasted a year. You get this energy. It's ending July 17th. But what happened in your life this year? Did anything special come into your life this year that was... No? Did you get this job here? Or you had it? You had this job.
Those tips.
You getting tips?
Yeah, I've seen some big tips.
Anything else? You're his brother. What else did happen in his life that was good?
Yeah, hey.
That's a good. We're talking all good. Your life should have begun to take on just more focus. I mean, it's starting right now. And the next 12 years, what's kind of happening this year is the beginning. It's like planting a seed for the next. The seed's gonna keep growing. Now, Jessie, we'll come back to you. I was talking earlier about the rising sign. Okay, that sets your life path. Okay. You have a rising sign, or they call it an ascendant, in Sagittarius. Okay. So that tells me you're going to experience a lot of travel in your life. You are going to travel. You're going to travel afar. Have you been? Where have you been so far?
All over Europe, pretty much all over the United States.
Did I call it? Yeah. You're going to continue that throughout your life. You have the spirit of travel. You just have that inside of you. Sagittarius are also very, very intelligent, okay? Very into philosophies, like they're kind of intrigued by different philosophies and religions. They're not necessarily dogmatic.
Yeah.
You might believe in it, like, that's cool, what do you believe? But it's fascinating to you. You're a teacher. Okay, and also with the Moon and Leo, you're a teacher. So if there's anything that you're passionate about that you become a master in your life, you might find at some point in your life that you become a teacher of that. Right, you have very strong teaching qualities. You also have a very scientific side to you. Yeah. I bet you like aliens, UFOs.
Yeah, I guess.
Just a little fascinating.
I watch documentaries about stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the Aquarius in you. And the Aquarius is the one, they're a little off the beaten path. You know, they don't like to do conventional things. They like to prove that they can figure out the way it could be done better. Yeah. Right? This guy is very self-confident in himself. I love it. And you're like a king, you know, you've got it. And it's a self-confidence that pisses people off. Okay? Right? Because it's all about him. He can't help it. It is. He's born that way. Okay, but I was talking to you about having that moon in Scorpio. Well, you have Mars in Scorpio. And that is a strong connection between you two brothers. Okay, there's a very, very, very strong connection between you two. All right? Right? Pretty much. But some connections aren't as strong as others. Yeah, you guys have this connection that'll run throughout your whole life. Stick together, because it could have to do with family themes, you know, maybe you have a crazy family, you know. Yeah. So you guys need to stick together because you're very powerful together in your charts as brothers. Okay? And you just have to, like what I was saying, you know, trust him for certain things. You also are a pretty good marketer, and you can be a good businessman. You can do good advertising and stuff like that. You know, that Gemini is the #1 communicator. You've got to trust that moon in Scorpio that your intuitions are right on and say what's inside. You know, try to say it as nicely as you can because you come off like a sword. He doesn't mean it. He'll just slash you.
He's quiet until he's not. And then he'll let you know what he's pissed off about or what it's, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. He's going to have the anger trigger the most. Okay. You've got a short trigger. Geminis are the twins. So it's like having a committee inside. One day you're one guy, one day you're another guy. And you can get pissed off as quick as you can get back to acting like nothing happened. Okay, but that moon in Scorpio will hold on to resentments a little longer. You'll brew. And you'll wait 10 years until you'll get back at it. This guy you really don't want. Neither one of these two, because you have Mars in Scorpio, you've got a little side in you too that, you know, if somebody really, if they break your trust, they lie to you, those are big issues for the Scorpio energy. If you feel like somebody's betrayed you, it's very hard will be very hard for you to ever truly forgive that. Okay? If you feel like you've been out and out betrayed. And you guys are going to know, because of this intuitive ability that you have, you guys, if we were all sitting here and 5 guys walked up, you two would pick up on the two, you know, people that were up to no good, the quickest. You would believe the best in them. Well, the Aries in you gives you the warrior side. Okay, so that's good. But the Pisces, if they pulled on your heartstrings and you felt like they could.
Well, I mean, like if a group of people or just 2 people walked up casually dressed into, you know, then I wouldn't just automatically jump to, you know, but I'll be the first one to pick up his chair.
Absolutely, absolutely. Once he gets the cue, he's right behind you. All of you guys have the warrior energy. All right, this is an awesome team right here. Okay, you guys can make this happen, and you guys got to remember you're really young right now, so your goals may change over time. But for right now, this is a cool little situation because, you know, he's out there with that Virgo rising, getting out there and putting it on YouTube and getting business and getting you guys to have a good reputation. You know what I mean? You know how to go ching, ching, ching. I'm making some money. Okay? And you're like, all right, I'm cool. You know, I'll go with it. It's working for now, you know. He's going to get a little bored quicker. Yeah, it's weird. You have the ability for long concentration if you're interested in it. If there's something you've got to find out, some kind of mystery, you'll be obsessed. Right? You've got a little bit of that too. So those are good things though. It's just knowing that part of yourself and learning to use that as a strong quality. You know? And Ethan doesn't have a lot of water in his chart. Ethan's going to be a little bit more of, you know, fire. He's got 3 planets of Aries. So this guy's leading the way. And he's taking care of all the little details nobody else wants to take care of. As if I were coming in here and I was saying, what kind of company is this? You guys have all great qualities, okay? You're going to be good with the customers. You're over there charming them. You know, he's the charmer, so let him go to the door. He doesn't want to go to the door. Okay, he wants to be packing the kitchen in the very back room, or the bathroom in the back room where nobody is. All right, you're up in the front too. You know, you're having fun, you're joking, and he's running around bossing everybody around, being Mr. Bigwig supervisor.
Did I not say she was gonna?
Take me by the hand and lead me carefully. Show me that you